Welcome back, you denizens of the Imperium. We are back with another episode of the Warp Report. I am joined once again by my co-hosts, Luke, Rock, and Rachel. How are we all doing tonight?
Pretty good.
You're all filthy. What's up?
What's up?
Yes.
There he is. There he is.
Rock.
The traumatic pause.
Coming in like Miley Cyrus on that wrecking ball.
Oh no.
Oh my god. That is so old. That reminds me. Do you know that this is gonna be the 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter, the first movie?
Bruh.
Wow.
Bro.
Wow.
No.
Actually, just this year they screened Lord of the Rings in theaters for the 20th anniversary. I'm like,
Wow.
no.
Bro.
That's the moment I felt Bilbo. I'm old, Gandalf. I may not
old.
look it, but I feel it in my
too old for
bones.
this.
Well, how about this? The year 2050 is closer than the year 1990.
Oh my.
I don't like that. Stop
Christ.
saying the words that you're saying.
Christ in Backstreet Boys. Christ in Britney.
Oh,
Stop.
cries in Brittany.
Everybody,
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
rock your body.
So
Stop.
yeah,
Nick, stop.
so basically a summary of this is only 90s kids will know, which I think all of us are 90s kids at this point.
Yep.
Pretty much who
Yeah.
plays Warhammer, I'm pretty sure,
Bruh.
We're all from the freaking 90s.
I
I was
mean,
gonna say, we have the Ajashi Rock here,
Hey.
who can tell us all about the good old days.
What?
I think I am the
Sound like
actually
a
here, but
boomer.
good.
We can have two Ajashis.
I don't mind.
Or do we have Ajashi and Opa?
no, stop.
Okay, guys, hello.
All right, so that's been the Warp Report.
That was the
Everyone.
word report. Nurgle bless, guys. Nurgle bless.
Nurgle bless. Bye.
Anyways,
Stay with ya.
outside of us wanting to, remembering that we are in fact aging at a rapid pace.
Yes.
What have you guys been up to lately? Any like hobbying? Any games going on? What's up?
Well, if you remember the conversation last time that was doing a playcaster, so I scrapped her. I removed a few things that I did last time and redid her. Now she looks cooler, and I had a revelation, and I said, "So the Triumph of Saint Catherine is a thing. Why don't do the Triumph of Nurgle?" So I ended up getting the rest of the Saint Catherine Triumph models, and I'm gonna turn them all into Chaos Sisters.
I really like this
Like,
project.
uh,
It's so cool, honestly.
And I'm gonna put Nurgle in the middle. So basically, 2 out of 5, I think. I ordered the rest now, so let's see if we can put it up. So I'm gonna be kit bashing some sisters with the Dark Apostle kit, which is really nice. It has some really nice conversion chances. And I have some icons and stuff from Chaos, and I'm gonna be doing some stuff. So yeah. I'm planning to make just a nice procession for Epidemius until he gets nerfed to the ground and I can no longer use him anymore.
Oh.
Yay!
But you'll still have the set piece, and that's what's important.
As always, Luke, if you need chaos icons, I do have the icons of all 4 gods. I have multiple.
I have a bunch of them, but more if you have more Nurgle ones, much appreciated.
Yeah, I have some.
Yay, boy.
I love my chaos icons. I collect them.
I love Chaos.
They're really
I have
cool.
a bunch of too, yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say,
speaking of Epidemius with the Demon Engine,
Lord.
I am actually making a 3D model of my version of Epidemius.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the one I'm painting for you?
No. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because I'm doing like a flesh tone on it, and then I'm gonna cover it with like a Magos purple to make it all look all swollen and infected.
Ew.
It's gonna be cool.
So basically,
wait,
hold on. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows the Team Fortress 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're doing with that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Meet the Spy. Meet the Spy was a very important part of my formative years.
Oh,
Gentleman.
well,
Oh, boy.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Demon Engines lately, and I just love the
Yeah.
playstyle and everything. Thank
Yeah,
you, Luke. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm the only true loyalist in this entire podcast.
Our
I really
Demon
think
Engine.
we need to change. We need to change we need to change Luke's picture
Well,
and,
the true-
Nick's
true-
picture too. You guys all need to be demons because that's what you are.
Truth is, I was originally Death Guard, but too much Death Guard in one table, so I went to the Custodes. But at this rate, the way things going, I'm gonna be switching to Custodes when the books come out. Yes,
I'm excited about that.
So
I've been wanting to start Custodes for a while, so like seeing, I mean, I already liked them in the lore, and I liked them from what little I'd been able to play, like both with and against on the tabletop. And now they're getting better, and they're already good, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna like Custodes.
But yeah, they're really good to begin with.
Rock, back to your TF2 model.
Sure. So if I were to just sum up so I'm making Epidemius as an engineer because like he gives like all the buff to my demon engines or any Nurgle keyword of demon in there. So since I'm running demon engine, he boosts all my engines, all my machines. So machines. Engineer gaming, TF2 engineer. There we go.
There we go. I like it. I've seen the model. It looks really cool.
Yeah. The man has a guitar. He's basically just a Nurgle bard.
Oh no!
And I've made so I've tried to find some STL files of some of the TF2 models, like the dispenser and some of the engineer bag wherein he carries around his building, but I haven't found like the engineer bag, so I made one. And the dispenser also, I made one also. So there's that also. And I made some Nurglings that fit into theme. Yes. And
they have little hard hats, don't they?
Yep, they all have hard hats.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
One of them is drinking a beer, and one of them is like carrying on wrenches. And one of them, they're doing the engineer dance.
Yeah.
Yep, they're doing that.
That is amazing. I love it.
I love him.
I plan to put those Nurglings in like in the PVCs and some like demon engines there.
That is amazing.
Very nice.
Most of my demons, I made them into like a Warmech suit or something like that, so it all fits in.
So this guy has a guitar, right? So he's like a Nurgle musician, like a Nurgle bard. Could you say that he might be down with the sickness?
Get out.
Okay, guys. This is.
So, anyways, that's been the Warp Report.
I'm out.
2 times in
I'm out.
10 minutes.
It's too much. It's too much.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
But yeah, I'm actually starting our competition model this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can't spoil what it is, but it's a very big project.
I'm also going to be starting mine, so.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I also got started though on a cool project this week. I'm doing monoliths, but they're in a color shifter paint.
Ooh.
They are going to be a turquoise to violet color shifter. So basically, as you walk around the models, these pyramids are going to change color. You guys have seen it on like my Bloodletter blades, my Great Unclean One sword, and some Necrons I have. I think I've shown them to you. Rock, I know you've seen them.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, my Necrons, their bodies change color. They kind of shift.
I thought I was.
I've been having a lot of fun with these. Yeah, and yeah, he was just like, "Wait, are you guys like different colors?" I'm like, "Yeah." But
very cool.
Bellicor sword is is probably the most common one people see. My Bellicor sword changes colors. So I'm doing entire monoliths in this stuff.
It's gonna look cool.
So we'll keep you updated on how that goes because there's 3 of them.
3 monoliths.
Do not ask why. I have not figured it out.
Why not?
This is a favor this is something I'm doing for a friend, and apparently he has a 3 monolith list.
Why?
Why do you? I don't know. Why do I have a list that runs Mortarion, Bellicor, and the Great Unclean One?
Because you're gonna borrow.
Because I can.
Because you can. Because you can.
So you're playing that thing against me when I go in New Year?
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Be.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love that idea. Basically, I just turn off rerolls entirely.
I just want to use it, so you're gonna be like, I cancel your rerolls, Luke, and I'll be like, yeah, Nick, I cancel rerolls as well for you. I'm like, oh.
So stay tuned for some of the early episodes of the new year. We will be recounting this match,
yes,
because it is sure to be an insane one.
By insane, he means
as we have
stupid.
introduced some custom rules for the new year.
Yeah.
So it'll be
whenever you
it'll
roll
be
a
good.
1 or a 6, you take a shot, right?
I will die.
Yeah, me too.
Because I roll a lot of dice.
I-
Dude, my demonette bombs rolled 91 dice.
Hey, you
You'll
said
just
custom
die on
rules.
one
with
turn.
3 rolls.
You said
Use your
custom
blood
rules.
angels.
Here we are.
Use your blood angels then.
Yeah.
Hey.
You have no excuse.
Actually, I probably
Heretic.
honestly, if I probably will use my blood angels, just because I've been missing them. I was looking at them the other day, and I'm like, I miss playing these a
I
little
think
bit, so I'm probably gonna break them out.
I think I've played your
Um,
Blood Angels more than you've played your Blood Angels this year.
No, I've played Luke with them a couple times.
Like they've seen more
they've sh-
playtime in my lists than they've seen in yours.
No, I've played them since I started Demons. I've played them 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
I don't play them seriously or play them at tournaments. They've seen more tournament time with you than they have
I
with
should
me.
play more Custodes, Jesus.
Yeah.
More than
I was
0.
gonna say,
Better
since I
play
don't-
those custodians after what you said. Like,
Yeah.
we have too much. We have too much things because I was actually planning to play custodians also.
I was gonna play Custodes, but then you asked me for the boxes.
Rock, we get it. You want to be like Luke when you grow
Stop.
up. It's
No,
okay.
Stop.
that's not the
Stop.
case. I
Stop.
okay, so the reason why, in my defense, the reason why I wanted to play
No,
custodians.
there is no
There is no
defense.
defense.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Everything.
Just-
No matter what you say, it's gonna sound
Rock
like an
is on
excuse.
trial.
Just give up.
Hear me out
Give up.
here.
I know you're gonna make you fabulous Custodes, and to be honest,
Exactly.
I already
That's
planned that
it.
too. I already planned that too. Why I
Yeah,
go, so.
yeah. The Pillarman Custodies.
Exactly.
Oh my
I
God.
already had that running, and I literally have Santoris on the work. So yeah,
Oh my
Rock,
God.
I will teach you how to paint flesh tones just to help you get those down.
Oh my God. You know what? Just to, if I now play custodians, I'm still gotta get, if I start working, I'm gonna get those models and I'm just gonna make it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it,
Do
dude,
it.
do it. I own a Magnus. Do I play Thousand Suns? No, but my Magnus looks really cool.
But
In
you
the
can
spirit
use
of
them, Nick.
Remy,
That's the thing. There's
do
a
it.
difference. You can use it, but I
mean,
can't.
No, I can't.
Why?
What list can he
Well-
run Magnus in?
Actually,
Even.
no, I do have a Magnus
That's
list.
what I thought.
It's a bunch of, so here it is. It's a bunch of pink horrors, some flamers, the Lord of Change, a Herald of Zeech, a Demon Prince, or not a Demon Prince, Be'lakor, and Magnus.
Any list wouldn't
so
be
it's a mix
finished without
of-
a Be'lakor for you, huh?
Right. And so I've included all of this, and so it's like a chaos soup. So it's called a chicken noodle soup.
What a mess. Is Magnus the noodle?
No, yeah.
Magnus is the
He's
noodle.
basically-
Speaking of mess,
He is not a good noodle.
Speaking
of-
He's not a
speaking
good
of
noodle.
mess, we have a 1K tournament.
All right.
We do.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do. We got a newbie tournament too, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
playing in
I'm
it
gonna be that
again.
guy. I'm gonna be
Wait.
that guy, guys. I'm gonna bring
Wait.
Epidemius in the 1K game
You're gonna play
Why?
Demons in the 1K game?
because I don't like having friends and I hate people playing with me. So that's what I'm gonna do.
So we have a rule this time of like no like units, I think like over 250 points for some of us. I just like to say a fully kitted out Keeper of Secrets is only 230.
Everyone take a shot. Nick said Keeper of Secrets.
Yay!
Wait, so no over 20 points? No units over 20
Well,
points?
it's the only thing that is under
So I
250
have a question, guys.
of the greater
I
demons.
have the World Report bingo. So you said Keeper of Secrets. We said Epidemius. You said Blood Angel. I'm missing something here, guys.
I feel like Blood Angel's a free space because you know
no,
I'm
we
never
got-
gonna lose the opportunity to talk about
we
Blood
have
Angel.
we have a terrible joke where we want to enter the podcast and the podcast.
And Nick already sung some song, so yeah.
Yeah, he already did.
I sang, yeah.
Nick singing, yeah.
Don't waste
Yeah, that
your
definitely should be on
time.
there.
Oh no, we're gonna get copyrighted.
No,
if I
not
sing
that
it.
one. Stop.
There you go,
The
sorry.
voice inside
No.
my
Copyright
head.
infringement, guys. Copyright infringement. This is on YouTube. This is on YouTube.
Did you get your bingo yet?
Yeah, I got bingo now.
Okay, great,
But it's-
great.
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey.
good for you.
go on.
Yeah, I'll be
But,
playing in that
yeah.
1K tournament. So, switching up my list a little bit, I kit bashed a librarian that I think looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to put him on the table, and excited to give my
I like
dreadnought.
your funny words. I
wait,
like your funny
wait.
words. Magic
You
man.
just said
Excite-
you're gonna be playing a librarian. So are you gonna play yourself? Nice.
No, because he is he's a jetpack librarian, so he is extra fast.
Oh, I thought it was a Terminator.
Very mobile. No, I love the
No,
Terminator
see,
Librarian, but
Ice cards?
extra fast. Well, jump packs, it's a different flavor of fast,
Well, I might bring the Custodes, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, I like having.
Oh, boy.
I like only having to move like 3 models for my entire army. That's nice. So,
That's knights, man.
Do you know what I've been kind of tempted to do
What?
now that I think about it? Get a Blood Angels land speeder and paint it like Lightning McQueen. Yeah.
You said like 3 things in less than 20 minutes that make me want to die inside. This is
Ese chiste
amazing.
fue tan malo. Ese chiste fue tan malo.
I am on fire
Ese
today,
chiste
man.
fue tan malo
Who
que me
hurt
estaba
you,
haciendo
man?
el
Oh my
español.
God.
I can, dude. Okay, you want to know what hurt me?
Whoa.
I can't go to LVO anymore. COVID hurt me.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
it.
That you.
Because it's just not safe for us to really leave the country, and it's
You might not be
quarantining
able to
when we
get back in. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
mess.
Right, and then quarantining. I don't have that many vacation days, so
Yeah, I understand.
and I can't work from home, so it all comes down to it kind of sucks.
Also, just in case,
But-
Nick, that joke was so bad, you got me speaking Spanish. So there you go.
All right, you know what? That is a new achievement that is going in
That's
the
a new
book.
low.
That is a new one.
It's bad.
Made Luke so upset he forgot English.
It's a couple
The real accomplishment would be to get Rock so mad he starts speaking Tagalog.
What? You guys never heard me speak Tagalog or
Exactly. That's why it's like the ultimate achievement. It's like that It's like that 100 gamer score Xbox achievement.
Oh my God.
Get Rock so mad he speaks Tagalog.
Wow.
What hurt you, man? Who hurt you today?
I told you, man, I can't go to LVO. I literally have been grinding and like giving up sleep to prep for this.
I know, man. I know.
And then I
Yeah.
just get told,
Same,
no.
man. I was supposed to see to the US. I haven't seen family in like 4 years, and then Ron said, "No, you're not traveling anywhere for."
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if someone understands someone understands my pain, it is Luke, because I
Yeah.
only understand a fraction of his.
This
No,
was
but still, I get the sense of that. Oh, I've been looking forward to this thing for the whole year,
Mhm.
and then the only thing that annoys me is like, oh, nothing happens the full year. Wait a minute. You have a plan on this season? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
this-
have fun,
Yeah.
so.
It's been I haven't been in Korea like a really long time. I got here in August, but it is kind of an odd feeling for me this year because this is the first Christmas I will not be at home. So
Oh,
Um,
Don't,
Yeah.
but
You have the Nuggets
we
in
at least
Trench
have a very good community here
We do.
of people who can spend Christmas together.
we do, which is nice. It's good to have a family away from family, but still.
We got the trench coat.
We got the trench coat.
Sanguinala, it's near, and you never know Sanguinis, so the Sanguinala will show
Oh
up.
my gosh. It's
United in the trench coat, we nurglings stand
I know
together.
Yeah,
what I'm
Captain.
doing for Christmas. I gotta draw the Sanguinella special drawing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Teaser, we have a Sanguinala special coming up
Yeah.
in about 3 weeks.
So basically, it's like a regular episode, but instead of doing only 20 minutes of rambling, it's just 1 hour. Got it.
It's just 1 hour
Yep.
of rambling and mostly talking about sanguinius.
I think I named it
Tangent special.
Tangent the episode.
Yeah.
Should be, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a lore tangent of us just talking about the best boy
The
ever graced this
bestest
earth.
boy. That's a scientific fact.
who rolled all ones on his envelopes.
Hey, stop. hey.
It happens to the best of us, man. At least he didn't throw his dice.
Aww. Aww.
I actually, we were playing Age of Sigmar the other day, and I think Luke said something to me, and I held out one of the corn dice, and I'm like, I swear to God, I'll do it
He had
again.
to no. What happened is that he had like a 5-inch charge, and then said,
Uh-huh.
"What if you fail this?" And he rolled 2 ones, and then he looked at me with like bloodshot. He had to see people roll it, and like, okay, let's do it again. And he rolled exactly 4, exactly what he needed.
Oh,
but
my.
he had a 1 and a 3. But he almost fails again, and he just upset.
And I just like picked up the corn die and it was like, do that again. I swear to God, I will remake this scene.
Oh no.
You just jinxed it, just like saying, like, what if it fails?
Yeah, I felt the urge to pull my blowdrone out of the area. So yeah, that's what happened. But
yeah, it was. Someone got their revenge. You know, we have my revenge. My demon prince was alive and well. She's okay, guys. I have fixed her. Her arm was broken. I didn't even see that. It was somehow still attached, but the arm was broken too.
Dang.
But
just flesh wound.
you know, she's in one piece, so everything's okay. She's okay. Though I did want to get into our today's topic. Now that I'm done making everyone want to turn to the glorious ways of chaos.
Oh, wow.
And if anyone asks me why, it's always for the glory of chaos, of course. Now, as many of you are aware, gentlemen, we have a lady among us.
Lies. First of all, rule number 1 of the internet, there is no such thing as women on the internet.
There's no girls on the internet.
So
yeah.
What's
you say,
I was gonna say, there's that beautiful picture I have of the Emperor and Malkador in a fort. No, it says no girls allowed.
Remember, folks, girls can all be space marines.
You girls, space marines.
To be fair, Games Workshop, they did make a model, but they didn't send. They didn't.
What do you mean?
That's a problem. Why?
Yeah, it was like really, really old, like Rogue Trader first edition era.
Yeah.
But
there's actually
they did have it.
There is a female Chaos Space Marine running around because I think a set of possessed armor attached to her.
Guys, it's lore. It has nothing to do with sales. No, never. Games Workshop will never do such a thing, guys.
You know
matching
what?
their sales to what the customers were buying. No way. No.
You know what? I don't want female space marines if we have to get them through Fabius Bile. Like I can just pass that. All right.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
come on.
Just-
He is working on it because from the book of Fabius Bile.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wasn't he working on Primaris Marines also?
Yeah, he's working on
Yes.
Primaris.
What has he not worked on at this point?
But he said why the Emperor bestowed his gift on only half of his people, I will never understand.
I don't think being a space marine's a gift. Let's be real, man. Like
to Bile it is because he's perfect.
He is
well,
fabulous, Billy. Come on.
Fabulous Billy.
No, we call him
Fabio.
Bob.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways, off of the fabulous Fabius, so we've kind of noticed we've had people in and out of our community, but we are currently at 106 members.
No way.
And as of today, we just added someone. Rachel, would you like to iterate to us how many women we have in the group?
That is a grand total of 1, being me. It's just me.
Yeah, in the group of
106 players.
Yes, it is.
At the moment, it is just me.
Think there's gonna be more people?
Well,
I know we're trying to get.
Hey, I'm always trying to
some.
drag my girlfriends into this hobby. I am absolutely trying to drag my girlfriends into this hobby, for sure.
Come on. Henry Cavill plays
Well, now it
Warhammer.
applies.
All the cool kids do.
Would showing them the Pillarmen Custodes help?
No, showing them Henry Cavill and being like, yo, he plays this too.
It's literally
Yo, he
showing
plays this
our
too.
facts.
Bro, I will swoon if Henry Cavill says, come on over with some custodians with me. I'm like, bro.
Oh my, yeah.
I will,
Oh
dude.
my.
I will revoke my whole demon army if Henry Cavill asked me to play Custodes. I'd revoke my whole demon army.
Dude, yeah. Did you see him? He posted the other day, like, working out in a Custodes hoodie that's anabolic, like,
Yeah.
as possible. Like, you're just going to get ripped if you work out in a Custodes hoodie.
Literally, he was on a plane. There's a picture of him on a plane, reading the Superman script, or I think Justice League script. But over in the pile of books is the Emperor of Mankind.
No, it was one of the Eisenhorn books.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was an Eisenhorn book. Yeah.
I love it because he's just setting himself up to be so embedded in the minds of the Warhammer community as an actor that will be in a Warhammer series that they literally cannot cast.
I don't blame him.
They cannot not cast him at this point.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
don't blame
saying?
him. It's
Like,
the right move.
If he's anything other than the Emperor, I will be mad.
What is
The only
this?
thing I'm worried about him is that that forsaken curse of the Superman. Christopher Reeve happened to him. The other guy happened
He's
to him.
gonna-
A lot of
he's
bad things
gonna be
happen
fine.
to all Superman actors, so I do not want that for him.
Don't bring that. He's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. He'll be fine.
Wait, what is
Anyway,
this?
anyway, back to
Leave Mr. Cavill
anyway.
alone.
We started with swooning for Henry Cavill. Please call me. Yeah, go on. Moving.
Hey, call me first.
So, I know like we've all known other women who have played the game,
Ooh.
but like I knew some people back in America. There's a few at my game shop. Rachel, you've mentioned before that there was a few at your game shop.
That's true.
So the question I think that we should be asking is why? Is it the nature? Like, is it the nature of the game, the tabletop? Is it the lore? Maybe it's, it is kind of, that power fantasy, giant steroid gorillas punching each other.
I mean, I see no reason why that would not appeal to women personally, but like, that's just me, I guess. I got into Warhammer from the lore. So.
Or is it the community? Is the miladies to blame?
Yeah. Just as somebody who has always pretty much from childhood been into hobbies that have been male dominated. Like my dad was big into video games, and so when I was a kid I started playing video games. I was playing Quake and stuff like that at like 8. Probably a bad idea, but I turned out okay. My dad would host LAN parties and play Unreal Tournament, and I would play with him and all of his friends.
I destroyed at that game.
Yeah. So basically that was my upbringing. I was kind of like from the beginning destined to be a sci-fi video game kind of fan. And I don't know, maybe it's because I got into a lot of things like that on my own and then showed up in these communities of people, and I kind of already knew what I was talking about. So when people did ask the kind of gatekeeper-y questions and stuff like that and kind of question like, why are you here? I could prove that like, and it's terrible that I'd have to belong there, but I proved that I already knew what I was talking about,
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to say it's more likely the fact that it's like tabletop wargaming, tabletop games in general pretty much have been like a male-dominated hobby. And then when you're a woman and you show up in these spaces, if you're like a total beginner, some people are very gatekeepery. They don't want you to be there unless you already know what you're talking about, which I think is stupid because, come on, this is like a pyramid scheme in which the people at the very top get poorer, but we all get more games, right? Like we all lose money, but we all get more games. It's the best pyramid scheme I can think of. So of course you want to get people into the hobby, right? Like I love the hobby. It makes me super like excited. I think it's very fun. And so I want other people to get into it too, because maybe they'll like it as much as I do. But then I see people that are like, oh no, I don't want anybody in my secret club. The no girls allowed picture with the Emperor and Malkador, right? So it's like I don't know why people do that, but apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Some people, that's the way they like to have their little power trip Lord of the Flies fantasy and like exclude people from the hobby. I don't know. And people ending up being like girls and people who are not your typical kind of men, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's really the community. But then that being said, the community is part of the reason that I stay in the hobby as well, because I've met some really fantastic people through this hobby. So it's not all of the community being terrible. It's just like very small pockets of vocal minorities of people.
I think I agree with you. I think Rock's pretty great too.
Wait, what?
You're just singling out Rock. You're just singling out Rock for nothing.
Wow. Okay.
Well, no, the thing is, I think he's pretty great. I roast him enough. He needs some love.
Aw. But yeah, I'd say.
I was gonna say Rock just instantly assumed he was insulted.
Tough love right here. You heard it, folks.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, why are so few women in the hobby? I think it's mostly the community. Just because you show up in a place that's mostly dominated by like men, and if you don't know what you're already talking about, like I said, it kind of is, it can be harder for people to kind of reach out and like ask questions. And especially with these kind of hobbies, and video games is the same way, it tends to be kind of like slightly socially awkward people So, like, I'm an extrovert. I love talking. I love talking to new people. I love meeting new friends. So this is not really an issue for me. I'll show up at a place where I don't know anybody and just start talking. But, you know, a lot of people in this hobby are not like that. And they're kind of more, you know, they keep to themselves and maybe they don't want to talk to new people. So maybe it's not that those community people are not nice and they don't want to talk to girls or don't want girls in the hobby. It's just maybe they're shy or something like that. I don't know. I think it's like a combination of a lot of factors. But that being said, I do know girls that do play. So it's definitely,
Right.
you know, and when I talk to it about this to my friends that are girls, it's like, they think it's cool. They think the artistry that goes into painting and building is cool. They think playing the game is kind of nerdy, but like it seems like it could be fun. And then I talk to them about the lore or something like that, and they're like, "Wow, that sounds crazy! It's like this crazy space soap opera, like Gossip Girl looking
It
thing."
really is.
Like, I'm like, "Yeah,
It
it
really
is.
is.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah, it's intergalactic daddy issues. That's how I sum everything up in like one sentence, and it's fantastic, and I love it. It's super fun." My friend once, she reads a lot of books, and she saw me reading, I think it was one of like the Mephiston books, and she was like, "Oh, are these the books for your Space Guy
You told me
series
about this.
that you read?" And I was like, yeah. And she's like, "Well, when you're done, I want to read it." And I finished the book that day, and I was like, "Here, you can start reading it." And she comes to me a little bit later, and she's like, So where's the romance plots?" And I'm like, "Oh no, honey, this is Warhammer. We don't do that here. We don't do that here."
So I'm picturing the scene where like, oh, where's the romance part? Oh, it's right after the war crimes or the genocide. Oh yeah.
So you go up to war crime and you take a left at xenophobia till you get to genocide.
Oh yeah.
It should be right there.
It
You
should be like right aisle
and whenever-
12 next to the.
Whenever you see
yeah.
the burning Eldar children,
Oh, God.
should be right about there.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Like the burning Eldar children.
Extreme
Right after
prejudice.
the
Good old Vulcan.
planetary exterminatus on like a sector wide.
Right after the
Yeah.
whenever you just look right past the point where the story's nice guy sets a child on fire.
The nicest guy.
Whew, no nice guys in Warhammer.
Vulcan set a child on fire. Look it up.
Oh yeah,
No nice guys
there are
in
actually
Warhammer.
chapters who are very nice, like the Lamenters, but who are forever
Lamenters.
cursed.
Boys.
Oh,
Whew,
sad
no nice guys in Warhammer. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the
Lamarty's
poor
doesn't
babies.
get them. Lamarty's doesn't get them pumpkin spice lattes.
Aw,
think so.
look, you'll leave the Lamenters alone. They were like, "Hey, Dante,
Fine.
are you gonna call the Lamenters for the defensive ball?" And he's like, "Dude, there's like 5 of them."
Like, bro.
Yeah, it's but context for that joke. We have this like theory that Lamarty's gets pumpkin spice lattes for the Death Company before raids.
It's the only thing that calms them down a little bit.
They're like, they need black coffee. No, they are too crazy to care, so they just get pumpkin spice lattes. But
Back on track. Women in the hobby.
I think some like I definitely have seen some issues because I think it was the day you and I went hobby shopping.
That's right.
Rachel.
Yeah.
We talked about that event of basically keep a long story short. There was a group who was shocked because we're connected with several international groups who was shocked to see Rachel's name in the tournament.
Yep. That was the first newbie tournament, the first 1K tournament that I played here. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was, and most people I will say were ecstatic to see fresh blood, to see the new tournament, but also to see like a woman in the hobby because
What do
they're
you
so
mean
rare.
there's a person with different chromosomes
Especially in East Asia.
in this room?
What do you mean there's a
Yeah.
second chromosome?
Oh.
So it really but I one thing I will give credit to our community is basically it was brought the jokes and derogatory comments that were very much not okay were brought to the admins and being like, what would you do to handle this? And it was after talking to some of the other guys too, it was just basically furious And I know a couple of us said we would throw them out, and if they tried to fight it, we'd knock them out.
But there were comments.
Yeah, basically, like for context, somebody had made a very unsavory remark of like basically
how we got her to join.
yeah how did you get basically what they had said was like, oh, the only way I could get a girl to play Warhammer with me is if I drugged them or something like
What
that,
the
which is
hell?
like
They asked if we drugged her.
what-
If we
yeah, like
when did this
somebody
happen?
had said that in one of the chats,
When did this
and
happen?
No, this was not our chat.
Not our chat,
This,
yeah.
You would have seen me go ballistic.
but the point of the whole story is sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, every time I've been in a community where it's a mostly male-dominated hobby community, this kind of remark happens, unfortunately, where, like, you know, you think it's like a harmless joke or something like that, but this kind of thing is, like, genuinely dangerous. Like, when I see it, right? And there's one of two ways that this goes. The people that are kind of the higher up people in the group will be like, no, that's not okay. And they'll put their foot down. And that's thankfully what happened here. And that makes me feel really good, especially because this chat, I wasn't even in this chat, so I didn't even see it. And you guys had taken care of the issue already, so you guys wouldn't have even had to say anything to me, and I would have never known. But you guys came to me and told me what had happened, and I was actually glad that you did. I mean, it's good for me to know those kinds of things. And it makes me feel better
Right.
about being in the community. But then you also have communities that just kind of push it under the rug, like, oh, it's just a joke. Like, why do you care? But that's so dismissive. Like, if you let that kind of behavior continue, it makes people think that it's okay. And that's what drives women out of these spaces. So,
But
like,
Right.
putting your foot down quick on that was
This is-
good. Like, I really thank you for that.
That's the kind of comments that comes from, and this is something that happens in your hobby. There is a lot of socially inept people that they do not not have filter when it comes to this kind of comments. They think in their environment that's just a common thing to say, but that's not how things work, Chief.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And it makes people like me that
Social cues.
come in and we're already like not really sure about our standing in the community feel even more insecure about being there, you know? And like, is it okay for me to show up at these events and, you know, am I going to get harassed or something like that? So,
Right. And I think definitely our community, to the credit of, you know, the people in there.
yeah,
I know you originally said you were just going to lurk.
I did.
And then
Yeah.
everyone blew up. It was like, hey, where
But
are
they
you
do
from?
that for
What do you play?
everyone. So I like,
But
when I,
that is
yeah.
extreme. We treated you like anyone else that would have joined
Yeah.
the community. There's no like lore questions. We're like, hey, more people.
Yeah, it
You're
was
just
cool.
You're a part of the boys.
One of us.
Oh, one of us. One of us. Yeah. It was immediately
actually,
welcoming. It was so nice.
Now, if you are a true hobby fan,
Did you just say 10?
exactly.
Get out.
Good catch.
Get out, Luke.
Good job.
Get
That
out.
was the joke. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
But the thing is, and then it was funny. I think I've spoken on this. Is they came to us shortly after and said, "Hey, what do you think about having this person on the podcast? You know, just as a fresh perspective, because it's, you know, something that's not as common, especially in these smaller communities like ours in Asia." And we said, "Sure, yeah, we'll give it a test
No,
run."
no.
And the hive mind
That's how
was
you
born.
said it.
And here we
For
are.
me, for me,
I'm a permanent member.
But you said it to
So-
me. I was just sitting there. I was eating some ramen and said, "Hey, Rachel's joining the podcast." Who?
Who?
Are you okay? Are you okay with
I
her
said,
joining?
"Hey,
Like, sure,
let's-
whatever. I don't mind. Let's do it. And here we are now.
Yeah, because we're like, we'll give it a test run, but I like the idea of not a one-off, but her joining, because it would give us even more perspective, because we have a pretty diverse group here. And then adding Rachel into the group basically gave us the what is it?
What Nick is trying to say is that
Slipping
now
my
we
mind.
can make the official college
Mhm.
brochure. We have the Latino, we
It
have
was-
the
it was our
Asian,
white
we
whale.
have the
Our
white,
college
and we
brochure.
have the
White
girl.
whale.
We have the diversity quota, guys. We can make
The diversity
we can
quota
make
has
a
been
40K
met.
Korea brochure,
We got the brochure.
done, and it's safe for everybody. You're welcome.
There we go.
Right. We can
Twitter
make
is
a
not going to
textbook
cancel
now.
us. Yeah.
I'm just
But yeah,
I'm clapping. Good job.
it was like I'm just like, we found our white whale. Basically, is what it is. If you've ever read Moby Dick, searching, never could find him. We're like, hey, this kind of Rachel kind of fell into our lap, and I'm just happy that it was you of all people.
I mean, I was happy too
I
because
love you here.
I love it here too. I just found you guys' Kakao chat group link through like a Reddit post or something, and like you said, I was just gonna lurk and see like, okay, what does this community look like? Is this going to be a good space for me to continue enjoying the hobby in Korea? And then all of a sudden, hey, hi, nice to meet you. What army do you play? Like, where are you located? You know, like, do you want to play games? Do you want to play tournaments? And I was like, ooh. And I was like, ooh, I play Blood Angels. Hi, guys. And everyone's like, yay, another one. And I'm like, more of us. Yay. Like, I was so excited.
You know, when they ask you location, it's not because they want to know where you live for Exterminados. That's
just
only
like,
for Remy.
where can we play
games?
games?
He wants to know for Exterminados purposes. But in general, they want to know so because we have areas where people play. So mostly they can point you out with the local organizer. We have Pyeongtaek, we have
right.
Seoul and so on.
And as soon as I said that, they were like,
we have admins in pretty much every city. So it's kind of like, and we know the hosts of every city.
We even got a Jeju crew. We've got every area.
We do. We have a Jeju crew.
We're just like,
now.
hey, we have a Jeju crew now.
Yep.
But
I didn't even know this.
It's like basically, we're just like,
it's like 3 people.
We want to know where you are so that we can plug you in with the locals to get you playing.
Right. And that was awesome. Like this is a better community than I could have ever expected to find, honestly, because you guys are organized, you're welcoming, very, very helpful, especially for a newer player like me. It's just such a good environment, honestly. And this is what I wish every single person, woman or man or whatever, that tries to get into this hobby would find, is a community that's as welcoming as this one. So you guys have done a good job out here. Seriously.
See, this is what Chaos is cool. We welcome everybody. Loyalists, Xenos. It doesn't matter if you're filthy or not. We're still gonna kill you, but we're welcome. We're welcome, everybody.
I'm Slanesh. Everybody gets a danger hug.
Oh no, that's a danger. I think every Chaos hug is a danger hug. Personally, I think it's just different types.
And stinky, but basically a lot of people in this hobby do not shower. But I am not those people, so yeah, that's a thing.
We actually we institute hygiene requirements at our tournament.
I saw that on the tournament thing.
We do enforce it.
Basically,
that was funny.
If you were to put it, we are the great clean one.
The great clean one.
The great clean
Yeah,
one.
thank you for disturbing me.
Do not remind me of that picture. It looks like Danny DeVito.
Oh god, I kind of didn't see that. Ugh.
Now that we have talked though about the why there maybe are not so many women in 40K and why that is or what the problem is, let's switch it to the happy note though. What's the good parts? Like, where there's got to be some advantages of being, the only XX chromosome in the group here.
I'm trying to think. Like, I've encountered that kind of person.
Really?
Oh, we did? I was
As
joking,
well.
honestly.
Wait, really?
What?
Story time.
Well, like, you show up and like this was back in my old group. It was also full of fantastic people. There was kind of like a couple people that would sort of helicopter around me.
Oh no!
At the shop. I don't want to sound conceited, but I'm literally a model. I'm employed as a model. So I am, by, societal definition standards, attractive.
Sorry. Go on.
Hey, I get paid to be pretty, okay? That's literally the job.
Sorry.
Like,
go on.
I get it. I'm a pretty girl, but I had like a couple guys that were, and they kind of they were harmless, they were fine. They didn't make me feel too uncomfortable or anything like that, but they just kind of hovered all the time. Like, I would move to a different part of the shop and they would slowly migrate over to where I was. And I'm like, oh, this is funny. This is cute. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily an advantage, but, it happens. Maybe people are more willing to, like, help, but I don't know if that's just because I'm, like, friendly or that's because I'm a girl. Like, I don't know.
Oh no, that sounded like something the nice people.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say that. I guess in every group that I've been in so far, both this one and the group back home, I wasn't treated any differently. So I don't think that was like, because I'm a girl, I wasn't treated any differently. So I don't know what kind of like advantages to being a woman in this hobby there really are. Like, I don't know.
Now we are taking full advantage of it though.
I mean,
the simp project.
I do want to
humongous Terminator mommy.
Oh my god, yeah, I would love that. So yeah, I am getting started on cosplay, which is something I've always wanted to do, and luckily I finally have a group of people to help me and materials, resources, stuff like that, to be able to do a cosplay at the level that I want to do, which is just I want to do it ridiculously perfect like the first time, because of course this is why before I started playing tournaments and you guys encouraged me to start painting faster, it would take me like a week to finish one unit because I'm just crazy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but
yeah. I mean, I remember whenever you suggested this and you're like, Nick, have you ever done something like this? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I was planning on building a full-size Space Marine before I left. I did cosplay back in the States, and she looks at me, she's like, you want to do something crazy?
I want to be a Terminator.
Wasn't it like 2 a.m?
Something like that. Something like that.
We were looking up, and it literally, I came across a comic, I think that started all of this.
Oh, no.
It's a guardsman. And it says whenever the sister of battle cuts her way out of a haruspex and then gives you a wink. Such dazzle.
So yeah, spoiler alert, we will be doing, me and Nick and Suhoon, we're all working together on doing a Sister of Battle cosplay for me. Order of the Bloody Rose, of course, because red power armor is superior. But
I said what I said. She said green. Don't worry. Go on.
So hear what you want to hear.
Hey, men are more likely to be red-green colorblind.
That's true.
I mean, they're more likely to be red because they're going to be covered of their own blood. Go on.
Bruh.
After they brush their head.
But yeah, that's what we're working on. I'm excited to do that. I've always liked crafting, like building stuff. So I'm really excited to make the armor, sew everything, paint, and I just want a giant chain sword on my wall. Like, that's the goal with this cosplay.
I know that I'm building the guardsman, but also I plan I'm caught between two things of making a custodian guard.
I'd love that.
Or making a Blood Angel Terminator to go with it.
I love both of those.
I have the kind of patterns and instructions.
I love both of those. Or
at least know where to get them for a full size Terminator. We're talking the full 8 feet.
Well, if you build one, you can build me one too, and then I can be my picture. Yeah.
Let me just build 2 8-foot tall Terminators in my free time.
Yeah, that sounds doable. Yeah.
I'm offering my height for this. Whatever you need, just give me the stuff. I will it. So
there you go.
Well, we have plans upon plans upon plans for this. Maybe trips to Japan to Comiket.
Once we can travel again, I absolutely want to. Traveling with the Terminator would be kind of annoying. Traveling with the Sister of Battle is less annoying.
Sister of Battle we could fit in a suitcase or two.
Yeah.
So that would be fine. No, the Terminator would not be able to travel. A Space Marine, that wouldn't be able to travel either.
You just have to put it in a box and ship it, honestly.
The Terminator suit is 7 feet tall. It's over 2 meters tall, so it's just not really
That's making
feasible.
It shorter than it's supposed to be, too, so...
No, it's a firstborn. They're 7.
Aren't they still 8?
I just want.
I'm pretty sure
no, that's Primaris are 7.5 feet tall.
in Terminator
to 8
armor. I'm
feet
pretty
tall.
sure they're taller.
Oh no, regular firstborn Space Marine.
Oh, okay. I'm
No,
like, wait a
in
minute.
all as far as I know, Primaris and regular Terminators. First of all, I don't know if there are Primaris.
There are no
No, doesn't
Primaris
exist.
Terminators.
They're called
Yeah,
Gravis.
'cause
There's
they're
just
too
the
big.
there's the
They're
Walmart
too
brand.
big for their
yeah,
they're too big for Terminator armor.
yeah. There's like
yeah,
it's,
they're all firstborn, so they're about 8 feet tall.
They call
It's
it
like-
Gravis.
Mom, can we get some Terminator armor? No, we have Terminator armor at home. And the Terminator armor at
Mark
home is
10
the Gravis
Mark 10
armor.
Gravis.
Yeah, let's not get into height in the Warhammer 40k universe because my friend was asking me about that and she was like, wait a minute, how tall is this guy you're talking about? And I'm like, ugh, don't ask me how tall the Primarchs are. Don't ask me that question.
10 feet
Only know
is a
yeah.
generally accepted number. 10 feet.
We all
I
know-
just say 10 feet, but then everybody else is like, well, I say like 9 to like 10 feet, and then everybody else is like shorter.
It's on
I don't
average
know.
because like Alfarius and Omegon are like 8 feet tall, but like Vulcan was
Yeah,
over
Vulcan was
10.
huge.
It's your
Nice.
leaders are taller than
That's
everyone
it,
else.
that's
That's the
Vulcan was the
The
biggest.
Emperor is just the
Was
Emperor because
Vulcan
he's
the
taller.
tallest
That's
one?
all, guys. No argument. here.
We are ruled by the biggest Umi.
Yep.
We are no different from the orcs.
Hey, that being
I
said,
know-
if we can
I now
get
need that Green Goblin Spider-Man meme with orcs and humans.
Totally.
if
We're
we
not so different, you and I.
if we can get just one word in on women in the 40k universe, like actually in the 40k universe,
Oh, yeah.
there are some
We all know who the best one is.
fantastic female characters. Yeah, Lotara Sarin. That's the only answer.
Lotara
That's the
Sarin.
only answer.
Okay, don't start with that, guys. You don't not want to wake my abs. So let's move on.
Oh my
Let's move
god. I recently actually finished Betrayer, and so like that's the novel that she basically is in the most, I think, out of all of
Yeah.
them.
I just,
And she's just a fantastic character. Like she is
I'm
so
just
much
saying,
fun.
bro, she sends a world eater to the corner for a timeout.
Dude, she
That's
doesn't
it.
send him into the corner. She
She's-
shoots him in the
she
face
sends
with
him
a
to-
las pistol.
She sends it to a timeout, and she sends to the corner and
Think
said,
what
"You're
you
gonna
did."
go sit there and gonna think of what you just said to me, okay?"
Think about what you just
Yeah.
said.
And the world eater said, "Yes, mom."
Yes, mom.
And then
Well, granted,
Angry-
granted.
No, the fact that Angron just shows up and like, well, how is my ship?
Your
It's like,
ship.
first of you, how dare you call this your ship?
only 2 people in all of like outside of Primarchs, only 2 people could backtalk Angron. Karn the Betrayer because he's scary, and
Lotara Sarin.
Lotara Sarin. Only people outside of like Primarchs and like Malkador and people like that could
Yeah.
legitimately backtalk Angron.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Karn
She
has-
like
Sorry.
at one point she like all the world eaters are complaining about the remembrancers that are attached to their fleet, and like Angron just kind of lets them do whatever. Like he doesn't listen to them. Lotara complains about them once, and they're off the ship the next day. It's just amazing. I love her. She's
Yeah.
great. There are a lot of other good female characters as well.
One of my favorites right now is actually Lilith Hesperax.
Oh yeah.
So I was really sad whenever I was going to start Drukhari and Lilith Hesperax wasn't good.
Don't
'Cause
buy
that's, like,
things
half the
because
reason I
they're
wanted to
good.
play.
Yeah.
Just buy them because
No,
you like
but-
them.
I like because the idea of her basically being like, I'm going to show you I have no scars on my body, and she offered a prize for whoever could bring her the most worthy prey. And this guy, I
Wow.
think, brought her a custodian
Where?
guard.
All right, Trazen.
They
Okay.
lured in a custodes.
How did they do
And-
that?
She fought him and beat him without taking a hit.
Yeah, see, that's something that we like to
I
call
agree.
plot armor.
And
I was about to say,
Well,
damn, like,
and
what
she,
kind of custodes intern was this?
Yeah.
But do you know what her reward to that guy was? To fight her in the ring, because there is no greater honor.
Okay, okay. So you just got like a colony of
audacity.
simps for Lilith Hesperax, I guess.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
I was gonna say,
Speaking of,
I love that scene. I'm like, dang.
So who?
But no, I
who
like
wrote
the
that
Blood
book?
Brides and all
Who
that.
wrote that book? Mud Ward? No, that's Ultramarines. Never mind. Yeah.
speaking
Yeah,
of
I was gonna say-
Ultramarines, you've got Gillamom, who stared down Conrad Kurz and told him he wasn't shit. Which is amazing.
Rachel?
What? Okay, fine.
But we had
Point being, she's great. She's just a human. She's what's her name?
I was thinking Yvraine.
No, Tarasha Uten. She's
Tarasha
Gilliman's.
Uten. Yeah.
She's Gilliman's mom, basically mother figure, in 30K. And at one point, Conrad Kurz like threatens her life, and she just stares at him and tells him he's dumb, and doesn't die because a bunch of space wolves intervene. But just this like 5'2" human old lady staring at this, undeterminable height, like serial killer Primarch with literal faces on his armor that he's flayed off people. And she's like, nah, go away.
No, I was gonna say, let's be honest though, the second best woman in all of Warhammer 40K with Lothar Sarin, Yvraine.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're putting Yvraine and Lothar Sarin on the same category?
This is biased.
For different reasons. For different reasons.
We're stopping the Yvraine simp train right now.
No,
we're stopping the Yvraine simp train right now.
I do not want to access to your folder.
I will reopen the Yvraine folder.
I don't want to.
Stop.
I went through it for like 2 hours last time.
And people ask me why there's no women in 40K.
It was all safe for work, at least. It's like it was all good, safe for work fun.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It was. We can go back through the chat. It was.
I don't know about that.
No, the main picture that I enjoyed was the Gilliman with the Yvraine. Someone modeled Gilliman with the Yvraine body pillow.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
That is probably my favorite piece of all time.
That is very funny. Let's see. There's also whenever I get my Titan Maniple, which I will be getting someday because that is in the goals. The Legio Solaria is all girls, which is cool. If anybody's read Titan Death, and they show up in Mortis and a couple other books. It's an all girl Titan unit. I love that. I know a number of the female the Chaos Titans their pilots are female. Or no, it's knights. The female knights. It's not all of them though.
No, there's a number of them.
Oh, okay.
There's like a good number of Chaos Knights. Their pilots are female. Some of the great houses, I forget which one it was. I can look it up later. But one of the great houses, I believe they're like Castellan, like their primary leader is a woman. There's a couple of them.
Also, my best sisters, the Sisters of Silence. I love the Sisters of Silence.
Yeah. They're awesome.
They're cool. I've been reading the Watchers of the Throne series recently, so that's been fun to see the perspective of a Sister of Silence. She's just so done with everybody. I love it.
I just love how they do that.
She's done with the Custodies. She's done with the High Lords of Terra. She's done with politics. She's tired of it. And it's funny because the 40K Sisters of Silence and the 30K ones are pretty much of the same mindset. You have Janisha Kroll, who was like the leader back in 30K, and she's just like staring at Primarch, staring at the Emperor, does not care. She's done with it. She's got no time for them. I think it's hilarious. She literally doesn't care.
I don't know why you're trying to talk about sisters. I see this. You know that joke they say like when you're in school and that kid is doing jutsus in the background? Yeah, that's how it's the sisters and the Custodies. They're just doing rock, paper, scissors in the background.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they talk to each other in the sign language. They're just...
I am sure that they're being super sassy in their own language.
We are forgetting probably one of the best, I think one of the best female characters in all of 40K. Alicia Dominica.
Perturabo?
What?
No, Alicia Dominica.
What?
The head of the sisters that decapitated Goj Vanda.
I'm sorry, let's go back to Perturabo for a second. What?
I'm just going to say that Adeptus Ridiculous ruined that scene for me.
Oh,
in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
With the JoJo version. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That was like the best thing ever.
It was great. Yes. Did they ruin Dominica for me? Kind of. But yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, personally, I haven't, I don't know a lot of the sister lore. the Sisters of Battle lore. So like
she is one of the only humans to apparently speak to the Emperor and survive
I do know that
since
part.
he's been on the throne.
So the
I know
reason,
that
yeah,
part.
she spoke to the Emperor.
Rachel,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
gonna ask you a question. Do you know why all sisters have the Karen haircut? Because of her. Because she wanted to speak to the manager and she cheated. She spoke to the manager and she got the
spoke to
white
the
hair.
galactic manager.
She
Yes.
spoke to the ultimate
Yeah.
manager, and now they
She
honor her
demanded
legacy.
to speak
she
to the
spoke
manager.
To God.
The
She
god
succeeded.
Sound
manager.
like Karen.
And here we are now.
That's
She spoke
amazing.
to, I'd like to speak to the manager of the Imperium. Who's the manager?
Why does she sound like
God.
Karen? Like, why?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, the reason the hair was white, according to what they've been saying now,
Oh,
is
yeah,
basically the Emperor is like Chernobyl. If you get close to him, you die from radiation. So that's what
Yeah,
happened.
that's accurate. That's pretty accurate, I'd say. Like every time that I've read
Yeah.
anything that describes the like throne room or the Golden Throne at all, it's like just utter madness and like electric radiation and then just like pipes and circuits and light and that's like it.
Let's also not forget Greyfax and Celestine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As I said, Greyfax is a cult favorite over here at the Warp Report. We love her.
Yeah, we know my adventures in Dungeons in Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeons, the Adventures of Greyfax.
Greyfax and Celestine, the agenda pulled through.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
That was a great one. So they're a
Do
cult
not speak
favorite over
for
here
me
for
about cult
that.
favorite, but I don't even know what the heck just happened here. What happened?
Oh,
Point being,
you
Point
will
being-
tell you when you're
What
older,
is this?
summer
What is this?
child.
point being,
We'll tell you when you're older.
a lot of people like to complain like, oh, there's no female representation in 40K. But, you know, we just like rattled off a whole bunch of like fantastic female characters. Not to mention the book that gets most people into it. I'd like to say this is probably the book that gets most people into it. Horus Rising features a lot of prominent female characters as well. So
Actually, am I the only one? I love the Remembrancers in Horse Rising.
oh yeah, no, you're not the only one. Absolutely.
Meliseo Alandre,
I have no
Euphrates Keeler.
Yeah.
what
Mercedes
was another
Olitson.
great
Euphrates Keeler, there's some good Remembrancers
Yeah,
and
Meliseo
Thousand
Olsen,
Sons. Yeah, there's
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
If you want to,
Yeah, I mean,
hear
there's
more,
great characters.
guys, if you want to hear more about our not safe for work version of the podcast, you can follow and then support us on the Patreon. Do we have a link now?
We don't have a Patreon.
Okay,
do not
we
have
don't
a
have a
Patreon.
Patreon yet.
we need
Well,
one.
if you want to know about it, join the chat.
Yeah.
Find
Join the,
find
40K chat.
Find a rate. Actually, let's be honest. Rachel's gonna be the easiest one to find.
Oh, on Instagram. Yeah.
Come on, there's like three of me. There's like three Nicks. Although whenever you open up the members list, I am at the top.
I'm the only
Because you're an admin.
I have the special crown, yes.
Surprisingly,
Admin.
our Rock, he succeeded the War of the Lees. Congratulations,
That's
Lee.
did.
right.
You
Oh,
are the
wow.
You
superior
might have
Lee.
won
for
the
now.
fight, but I won the battle. I have won the war.
Sorry. Back to the topic. Sorry, derail.
Back to the topic.
yeah,
what was I?
Honestly,
Yeah.
there are a
Plugging.
lot of great female characters. That now the thing is, everyone just talks about the great male ones because they're more prominent, being Space Marines.
I mean, honestly, people are like complaining, like, "Oh, why can't girls be Space Marines too?" I'm like, I don't care. Am I the
They have
only
the
one?
Nunas.
The Nunas
What
are
more do you want?
Well, it's
the
not just
Nunas are
that.
like the best.
I'm the
Well,
only
I
like
don't know you
I don't
guys.
care. I think I'm the only one that doesn't care, but like I'm fine with like reading these books and like most of the characters are men and it doesn't really bother me. Like I don't really care. You don't have to have female Space Marines for me to enjoy the story. Like you don't have to have that. Like I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. There are enough women characters there that I feel are good that I don't think that women are underrepresented or anything like that.
The female characters are definitely quality over quantity in some books.
Yeah.
We can't name as many as we can male characters, but we love almost every single one we name.
Oh
Just-
yeah, for sure.
Guys, it's simple. It's a hobby. You want to have female Space Marines? Do it. Do I want
Just
to
do
have
it.
Bro,
I've
Chaos
seen
Space
some great
Sisters
ones.
and have my entire army simp around those two models? I'll do it. You can't stop
Yeah.
me. I'm already doing it.
Do what you
Done.
want.
You do
You've
it.
got
Yeah.
the cat girl sisters or whatever. Sure, do it.
Oh yeah, shout out to you, Tom, with your cat girl sisters.
Those are amazing.
My favorite conversion to date, man. I love them.
Beautiful.
Please finish them.
Hey,
I
if you wanna make your Riptide look like a stripper, do it. Do it. Shout out to Brandon and Crystal the Striptide.
Oh god.
Crystal the Striptide.
Crystal. Oh god. Crystal.
But yeah,
Shout out to Crystal.
it's the same. Like my Demon Prince is the succubus that you've all seen, and that's what I like. But if someone showed up with an army of female like Space Marines,
I'd be
I
like,
have
cool.
seen pictures once of someone did World Eaters, but it was
Oh
a
my
female
God, that's
band
amazing.
of World Eaters.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
That one was cool. That one was pretty cool.
Have a
I was
demon.
just impressed they took the time to do it.
That is amazing.
Have a demon princess in the
Or
works.
even like 3D printings out of like your models.
Yeah.
Like high respect, honestly.
I've seen a lot of really good looking female Space Wolf conversions that look fantastic.
Those are pretty common, yeah, because
honestly,
the hair works.
Well, not just that. Most Space Wolves run around without their helmets on, so like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like my army pretty much entirely has their helmets on, minus like the sergeants and like
do most Space Marine armies.
yeah. So I mean, they could be girls too. You don't know. You don't know.
Which you have the Space Wolves who are like, Spacebook says this is bad. Too bad I can't read.
You know the best thing about the whole thing? I have a proxy made for Custodes. It's a she. She's my shield captain on a giant monstrosity.
Oh
And
yeah,
she's
you kit bash
collapsed.
you kit bash the Sigmar model.
Yeah. She's supposed to be a stray Soulblight Sigmarine lady, but I slapped Custodes bits. She looks fantastic. I love her. And
that sounds cool. I'll have to see her. That sounds cool.
Oh wait, are you gonna say something?
But yeah,
Okay. Honestly, like
Go ahead,
you're
as
good.
long as like you have like what you want, and if you make it, like in my case, I made my Demon Prince like out of like the new Gazgul, and I literally turned into like, and I just gave him plot like, okay, so he's supposed to be he's a Death Guard Lord in there, and the suit gives him the power of the Demon Prince, and he can cast magic with it, and that's it. And that's it.
And that's cool.
By the way,
Honestly,
just,
as long as
just
it
a
looks good, who
disclaimer,
cares?
you can do whatever you want with the hobby, unless it's
Right.
it's you being offensive on purpose.
Right.
Correct. If you pull what they did in the Spain GT, not going to go into it. Go
No.
look it up.
Yeah.
That's a hard no.
That disclaimer from the 40 Korea community.
Disclaimer.
We will find you.
And we will kick you
Like,
out.
you
will
will
not
be
be
hunted
welcome.
and you will kicked out with extreme prejudice.
Absolutely.
So, but with that disclaimer, that's all I have for today. I'm going to go look up some more great books where I can find some great females, because now I'm more interested in seeing if I can find more stuff about them, because I haven't read a ton of books. Mostly
Shout out
just
to
know
Titan
about
Death. Shout out to
Googling.
them.
Legio
I'm probably going to read
Solaria.
that.
Okay, Google search apps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, are we finishing? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, that's
I was Googling apps.
it from me.
Apps near me. There you go.
May the
Sorry.
may the emperor bless your dice, and for those who are into the ladies with the abs, have fun with